Sunny Side Up Yoga with Amy. I'm Amy. Today our practice is all about creating space. We need to create space in order for any change to happen in our lives, whether it be in relationships, in a job, in our physical body, in our mind, in our schedule, to allow space for yoga to happen every day. So creating space is our theme today. So you will need, for the end of practice, either a roller, or if you have a block, or a rolled up blanket would work. It's just for our very end pose. So grab that and then come on back. We're going to start in a child's pose. So rear onto the heels, and we're going to walk the hands forward. Walking the fingers, stretching them way out, and sitting the tailbone way back. So creating space between each of the vertebrae. Maybe even close your eyes and visualize that physical space. Breathe into the rib cage. Breathe out and let your forehead completely relax on your mat. If your forehead doesn't reach your mat, that's okay. Maybe you stack your hands under the forehead. We'll take 2 more breaths here. We're going to focus on creating some more space in the left side ribs. So we're going to walk our hands over to the right, and we're going to try to creep our left fingers out further than our right, and breathe into the left side ribs. One more breath here, and then you'll start to walk your hands over to the left, and this time trying to walk the right fingers out further than the left fingers, and breathe into the right side body. Feel the rib cage expand and create space between the ribs. And we'll walk our hands back to center, and then go ahead and press up onto all fours. And we're going to go into a puppy dog pose to create some space in our front body and our heart. So go ahead and walk the palms forward. You're going to allow the heart to sink down toward the floor. Now, you might just find some stillness and be okay breathing into that. Or you might add a little bit of a movement. So the floating ribs might drop down toward the floor, and then maybe you're going to pull the floating ribs back in, and then repeat that. Just find what feels good. Tuning into your body is the most important part of your yoga practice, always. This is a great opening for your shoulders. From here, go ahead and start to lift the head and shift the gaze forward, and then we're going to bring the elbows down right underneath the shoulders. We're going to come into dolphin, so tuck the toes under, and from here you'll lift the tailbone up and press the heels back towards your mat. Now maybe you'll even want to walk your feet in a couple of inches. You're going to feel a deep opening through the shoulders here. This is also a great pose to help us work on that good posture. So taking the round completely out of the upper back and finding some length in the back body. You might be saying, gosh, my shoulders are shaking. And yes, that's true. You're also going to find some strength here as well. One more breath cycle. And then from here, let's go ahead and step our right and left legs back, finding a hover. And from here, drop your right knee to the floor and push your right palm under your shoulder into the mat. We're going to open up into a modified side plank, and we're going to take some nice shoulder circles here. So our hip and our ribs are lifting up toward the sky, and we're opening up that shoulder. Maybe you're going to keep rotating, or maybe it feels best for you to find a half bind and hold the half bind. So you tune into you. And then we're going to come back to center, find a full plank, and we'll take that to the other side. So dropping the left knee, opening up, And then go ahead and take that half bind or shoulder circles. Front body is opening, shoulder is opening. Nice length in our side. One more, and then we'll find center plank again. From here, let's press up to a downward facing dog, pressing the rib cage toward the thighs. Nod the head a little bit, checking in that your neck is nice and long and released. And then go ahead and pedal out the feet a little bit. And then pause and make sure that your feet are hip distance apart here. We're going to go into another side body stretch. So you're going to pop way high onto your tippy toes and then drop both heels to the right. You're going to bend that right knee and then you're going to pop up onto the left fingertips and kind of look under the arm skyward. You're feeling a nice stretch in the left side body. And then let's go back to center. And we'll take that the other way, press the heels toward the mat, and then pop way up onto the tippy toes, drop both heels to the left, bend that left knee, and pop up onto the right fingertips, look skyward. And breathe into the right side body. And let's start to bring the palm back and turn back to center, and then we'll release heels one more time toward the floor. And from here, let's sweep our right leg up behind us, flex the foot, bend the knee. You're going to take right heel and drop it to the left side. Try to keep balance between both palms that are rooted. Try lifting your knee a little bit higher toward the sky and feel that length in your side body. From here, we're going to draw that knee back to center, draw the knee through, plant the foot, and rise up. High lunge here. So think about contracting the abs and drawing the tailbone down toward the floor and feeling a nice left hip opener. Beautiful. From here, let's open up, warrior two, and then we'll reverse that, and we'll come into right angle. And we'll reverse it one more time. And then we'll pause, warrior two, and let's take up some space right here in a star pose. So just reaching fingers up, rooting the heels down, taking up that beautiful space. And then we're going to windmill all the way to the back side of your mat. Step back, find three-legged dog. This time, left foot comes up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up. Lift through the ribs, lift through the hip, lift through the knee. Draw the knee back to center, draw it through, plant it, inhale, coming up, high lunge, dropping the tailbone down, ears away from the shoulders, and then open up, warrior two. We'll reverse that, and hinge forward, right angle, and reverse again. Right angle, reverse, and then warrior two. Beautiful, and then we're turning back to the long side of our mats. Let's bring our heels in, toes open. We're gonna sink down and drop. One shoulder in, look up over that back shoulder. And then the other side. And we'll come center, and we're going to step toward the front of the mat. From here, we're going to inhale, rise up. Exhale, clasp your hands, so interlace the fingers. Open up through the shoulders, through the heart. And you can either keep the toes together, or you can step open a little bit wider if you want a little bit bigger foundation. And then we're going to hinge forward from there. Opening up, creating some nice space in the heart and the shoulders here. And we're going to let go and sweep the hands forward, coming back into a squat. And then from here, standing up, interlacing. Now this time, interlace your fingers the more awkward way. So the other thumb on top. And then again, take your hinge. From here, we're going to release, sweep fingers forward, squat. Inhale, stand up and repeat that. So interlace, the first way that you interlace this time, and then dive forward. We'll release and swing the arms forward, sitting back, squat. Inhale, come all the way up, clasp that more awkward way. Open through the heart, open through the shoulders. Dive forward. Release. Tuck the chin, round up. One vertebra at a time here. Crown of the head, last thing to come up. Loop the shoulders back, and we'll meet on our back sides. So now we're meeting on our back sides, and now you're going to use either your blocks or your roller or a rolled up blanket so that we can finish with a nice opening pose. So if you don't have any of the above, it's okay if you're straight away on your mat. No problem, I'll cue you into that as well. But if you do have a prop, you're going to situate it so that when you start to roll yourself back, the bottom of that prop hits the thoracic or mid-back region, and then you're going to roll yourself back. And from here, let's let the knees fall open, toes kiss together. And then yogi's choice, decide where it feels good to keep your arms. Maybe it's out to the side. Maybe you're gonna stretch them overhead and box the arms. So wherever that great surrendering pose is for you, go ahead and find that place and then close your eyes. Breathe into your throat. Feel the throat open. Breathe into your heart and feel that space that you've created there. When we create space, we allow room for our minds, our bodies, our lives to change a little bit, to tweak them a little bit. Accept where you are and then breathe into the space and get ready for the change that will follow. Take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, you'll go ahead and maybe roll yourself to the side, off of your blocks, roller, and then we'll meet up in a seated position. And we'll take one more big breath here together, inhaling up and exhaling right into your heart. Namaste. I'm so glad you tuned in today. Thanks for doing something for you. Give yourself a good pat on the back. Congratulations. I hope you can figure out where in your life you can create space to have a little bit of daily yoga. Have a great day.